First up is Monroe Morrison. Monroe is a sophomore at LSU Laboratory School. She's an honor roll student and member of the state championship soccer team. She plans to attend Howard University and become an OBGYN. She's the owner of Alaya Valley Photography, shooting portraits, events, sports, and more. Monroe is the founder of Shutter Share. Ladies and gentlemen, Monroe Morrison. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have a question for you. How many of you spend way more time on social media than you'd like to? Most of us, right? Well, some people have found a way to produce revenue off of the time that they spend on social media. These people identify as social media influencers or content creators. Now, the key to being a content creator is, well, creating content. And this comes with many challenges, some being not having enough time, money, experience, or resources to produce content in their own home spaces. Being a photographer, I have seen this challenge up close and personal. My clients have came to me and expressed the challenges that they have gone through to create content in their own home spaces. And then once they gave up on that, they had an even harder time finding the perfect photographer for them. So I developed ShutterShare. ShutterShare is an online community for photographers and influencers by photographers and influencers. It allows influencers to navigate through specified search filters, day-to-day booking calendars, and even see the ratings and reviews on photographers local to them. Now they won't have to sit at home wasting hours trying to find the perfect photographer or create content. Now, our app is part of the extremely rich influencer industry. Being that this industry has grown 26% in 2021, has a projected revenue of over $16 billion in 2022, and has even over 50 million people globally who consider themselves a content creator. So, we will have a share. And to have our share, we have to start somewhere. We will be charging photographers $37 a month for a membership fee, as well as putting a 12% transaction fee on all transactions made through the app. So, we will be asking the panel today for $4,100. This amount will be going towards app development, as well as taxing and legal fees and other expenses listed. So, if you're ready to help us take our shot, I'm asking you to invest in ShutterShare today. Thank you for your time. I'm Monroe Morrison with ShutterShare.
Judges, questions? The floor is now open.
Monroe, I have a question. How will you proceed if you don't get all the funding you need?
So if I don't get the funding I need, of course I have help from family and friends, as well as I will be doing fundraising events to produce the fundings that I will need, and I will make light and I will produce with the fundings that I do get. So.
Very nice presentation.
Thank you.
I have a question for you. How did you arrive at the fees, at both the subscription fees and then the percentages?
So in my business plan, I have came up with a cost plus price point. So $37 a month with an average of 10 users joining the app per month will be able to cover the fees of app development per month, keeping the app running, the app and websites running each month, as well as being able to pay our employees who work with us. And the transaction fees on all apps will also go towards this number.
And do you think the market will bear that?
Yes, ma'am. The market is steady growing and we will have a share of this.
Thank you.
I have a quick question for you. When you look at the way that you came up with your fees and the transaction fees as well as the subscription base, did you take into consideration the cost for customer acquisition? When you have to look at your gross margins, you want to make sure that you've price pointed it correctly so that you're not cutting yourself out of profit, because you still have to take into consideration how you're going to get customers, how you're going to get photographers to actually sign up So have you considered that, and what is your strategic plan for that?
Yes, sir, I have considered it. We're still doing a bit more research on it, so if I can get your contact information, I will get back to you with an accurate answer.
Very good.
Hey, Monroe, how do you plan on marketing your services to photographers?
Most of our marketing will be on social media, being that our main target is social media and photographers, as well as word of mouth.
And what about the influencer side? Once you get photographers on board, what's your plan there?
So since most of our influencers are on Instagram, we will be primarily advertising on Instagram using results that have been produced through the app to gain more clients.
Monroe, who are your competitors in that space?
Right now, although Instagram is a marketing point, it is also a competitor, being that if people aren't using the app to find a photographer, they are going to Instagram using the very difficult to sometimes use search and hashtags. So we will be competing against Instagram as well as other generalized hiring apps, but our app focuses on influencers and photographers, so it'll be much simpler and easy for them to use, much more simple.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Let's hear it up for Monroe Morrison.